welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into something really comforting, but also surprisingly complex. Herbal teas. Forget what you might think about just, a simple cup of tea. This deep dive. It's your shortcut to really understanding this amazing world beyond the usual tea leaves.
Yeah, and let's maybe start with the basics, make sure we're on the same page.
Good idea.
When we talk about herbal tea, what we really mean technically is a tisane.
Tisane, right.
Exactly. It's an infusion made by steeping things like herbs, spices, maybe flowers, or fruits in hot water.
Okay.
And the really key difference from, say, black tea or green tea is that these tisanes, they don't have any leaves from the actual tea plant, Camellia sinensis.
Ah, so that means no caffeine.
Precisely. They're naturally caffeine-free, which is a big part of the appeal for many people.
Absolutely. So if you're looking for just great natural flavor or maybe a quiet moment or even, a real wellness boost without getting the jitters.
You're in the right place.
Yeah. We're going to try and pull out the key info, maybe some surprising facts, and really help you find the blend that works for your taste and your wellness goals.
Okay.
So let's unpack this a bit. These drinks aren't just tasty and comforting, right? They've been used for, ages.
Oh, for millennia. Absolutely. Not just for taste, but for what people believed were and often are real health benefits.
So what are we talking about benefit-wise?
Well, it's fascinating how these plant compounds work. We can sort of group the benefits into maybe 4 main areas.
Okay.
First off, many of them are absolutely packed with antioxidants.
Antioxidants, right. We hear that word a lot. What does it actually mean in this context?
Think of them like your body's little protectors. They help neutralize these unstable molecules called free radicals.
Okay.
If you let free radicals run wild, they can damage your cells, kind of like rust on metal. This contributes to aging and, various health problems. So antioxidants help clean that up.
Wow. So it's like actual cell protection in your mug.
Yeah.
That's quite something. What's next?
A really big one is digestive support. You've probably heard of using things like peppermint or ginger, maybe chamomile for your stomach.
Yeah, definitely. My grandmother's swore by peppermint tea after dinner.
Exactly. And there's science to it. These herbs often have antispasmodic properties, fancy word, but it just means they help relax the muscles in your gut.
Ah,
which can ease things like cramps, bloating, gas, all that uncomfortable stuff. Basically promotes a healthier digestive flow.
Makes sense. And I know personally, after a really stressful day, I just crave something warm and calming. Do herbal teas fit the bill there?
Oh, absolutely. That's our third category. Calming and relaxing effects. Herbs like chamomile, which we mentioned, but also lavender, lemon balm, they're famous for this.
How do they work?
They have compounds that seem to gently interact with your nervous system. They can help dial down stress and anxiety, bring on a feeling of calm, and importantly, improve sleep quality for a lot of people.
Like a warm hug for your brain.
That's a nice way to put it, yeah.
That is a serious benefit in today's world. Okay, one more category.
Yes, the immune system boost. We all want a stronger immune system, right?
Definitely.
Well, ingredients like echinacea, elderberry, even ginger, again, they can actively support your immune function, help your body's natural defenses fight off common bugs, keep you feeling strong.
So it's not just about fighting a cold when you get it, but maybe helping prevent it.
Potentially, yes. Or at least helping your body deal with it better. It's about supporting overall immune health.
Okay, this is great background. Now, I think people really want to know about specific teas. This is where it gets fun, right?
Exactly. Let's dive into some popular ones. Explore the different flavors and what makes each one special.
Perfect. Where should we start?
How about a real classic? Chamomile tea.
Ah, yes. The sleepy time tea.
Pretty much. The flavor's very delicate, a bit like apples, maybe a hint of sweetness, very soothing.
And we know it's calming. You mentioned the compound apigenin before.
That's the one. It acts like a mild sedative, helping calm the nerves, reduce stress, promote sleep. But interestingly, it's not just for sleep. It's also great for settling an upset stomach, and it has anti-inflammatory properties too.
Huh. I didn't know about the stomach part. Good to know. Okay, what's next?
Let's switch gears to something more invigorating. Peppermint tea.
Ooh, I love peppermint. That cool, minty taste.
Right. Really refreshing, wakes you up a bit, but without caffeine.
Yeah.
And that menthol in it. That's the key.
What does the menthol do, besides taste cool?
Well, it's fantastic for digestion, like we talked about. It relaxes those gut muscles. There's that antispasmodic effect, again, helping with bloating, gas, indigestion. Really good after a big meal.
Makes sense.
And bonus, that menthol vapor can also help clear your sinuses. So it's good if you've got a bit of a stuffy nose.
Hi, double duty. Nice. Okay, moving on.
Let's go to South Africa for rooibos tea, sometimes called red bush tea.
Rooibos, yeah. I've tried that. It's quite different, sort of nutty.
Exactly. Naturally sweet, nutty, a little earthy maybe, very smooth. You can drink it plain, or it actually takes milk really well, unlike some herbals.
And health-wise.
It's got a unique antioxidant called aspartame. You don't really find it elsewhere.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So it's great for immune support, reducing inflammation. Some research also points towards benefits for heart health, maybe even skin health. And again, totally caffeine-free, good anytime.
Okay, yeah, the one.
How about something bright and zingy? Hibiscus tea.
Oh, the color. That beautiful deep red.
Isn't it lovely? And the taste matches its tart, almost like cranberry. Really refreshing, especially iced. People often add a bit of sweetener because it is quite tangy.
And what's the big benefit here?
Hibiscus is loaded with vitamin C and other antioxidants. So great for your immune system, fighting those free radicals we mentioned.
Right.
But what's really notable, and there's quite a bit of research on this, is its potential to help lower blood pressure. So it's considered very good for cardiovascular health.
Wow, lowering blood pressure. That's significant from a tea.
It is pretty amazing. Okay, maybe one more really common one.
Let's do ginger tea. Can't skip ginger.
Definitely not. That warm, spicy kick with a little sweetness underneath. Very aromatic.
And everyone knows ginger is good for nausea, right?
Oh, yes. It's probably the most famous benefit. Gingerol, the active compound, is brilliant for settling stomachs, motion sickness, morning sickness, just general indigestion or bloating. It works.
Anything else?
Yep. It's also strongly anti-inflammatory, so it can help with muscle soreness, general aches and pains, a real all-rounder.
Okay, and let's squeeze in one more, maybe one people think of specifically for getting sick.
Good call. Echinacea tea.
Right, the immune booster. What's it taste like?
It's kind of slightly sweet, a bit floral, maybe a touch earthy. It's often blended with things like mint or lemongrass to round it out.
And does it actually work for colds?
Well, it's traditionally used, and modern studies suggest it can help boost the immune system. Taking it when you first feel a cold coming on might help shorten how long it lasts or make it less severe. It also has anti-inflammatory properties and might help with respiratory issues.
Good one to have in the cupboard during winter, then.
For sure. And look, we've only scratched the surface. There's lavender for relaxation, lemon balm for mood, rosehip packed with vitamin C, dandelion for detox.
So many choices. It's incredible. Okay, so we know what they are and what they might do, but how do we make them properly? Does it matter?
Oh, it definitely matters. Getting the brewing right makes a big difference to both the flavor and potentially extracting those beneficial compounds.
Okay, give us the key tips. Water temperature.
Crucial. You generally don't want to use water that's at a rolling boil, especially for delicate things like flowers or some leaves. Let it boil, then let it cool for a minute or so. Aim for around 190 Fahrenheit or maybe 88 Celsius.
Right, so not scalding hot.
Exactly. It prevents bitterness and protects some of those delicate compounds. Then pour it over your tea bag or your loose herbs.
And how long do we let it sit there? Steeping time.
Good question. Generally, for most herbal teas, about 5 to 7 minutes is a good range.
Okay.
That gives enough time to get the flavors and the goodness out, but usually not so long that it gets too strong or bitter. But, you can play around with that. If you like it stronger, steep longer, milder, steep shorter.
Makes sense. And how much tea? Like, how many tea bags or teaspoons?
A good rule of thumb is 1 tea bag, or about 1 to 2 teaspoons of loose tea per cup, say, per 8 ounces of water. Again, adjust to your taste. More tea means a stronger brew.
Perfect. So, boil water, let it cool slightly, pour over 1 to 2 teaspoons of tea, steep 5-7 minutes.
Got it.
That's the essence of it.
So what does this all mean for your next brew? I guess the message is, don't be afraid to experiment. Absolutely. Try them hot, try them iced, drink them plain to really appreciate the natural taste, or add a little honey, a squeeze of lemon, maybe some other natural flavors. The whole process, the ritual, can be part of the benefit too.
That's a lovely thought. Wow, we've covered a lot today. It really is a huge and genuinely beneficial world, isn't it? Herbal teas.
It really is.
Such a great alternative to, standard tea or coffee.
Yeah.
All these natural flavors and potential wellness perks backed by both tradition and increasingly science.
Exactly. And I think it's helpful to see herbal tea not just as, something to drink. It's more like tapping into this long history of nature's remedies. And it's a sensory experience, too. The aroma, the warmth, the taste. It's a tradition that's been valued for centuries for good reason, finding that little bit of harmony in a cup.
Beautifully put. So maybe the question for you listening is, the next time you're reaching for a drink, maybe looking for some calm or a little boost or just something delicious, which one of these herbal infusions will you explore first? And what deeper wisdom, perhaps, might that simple cup hold for your own wellness journey?